Hello everyone, Leonardo Mora. Bing me or Google me. Just tell me all about Leonardo Mora. So it gives you like a summary, so I don't have to rehash that every time I speak. I'm recording a series of episodes. This will be episode number 3 of Aeterna. Aeterna is our big project of transforming humanity into a type 1 civilization based on the Kardashev scale. So let's get into episode 3. So first and second was like the definition of the term type 1, etc. The second episode is what's the problem and why we need to understand the full scope of what's at stake. And this is not just a technological issue. It's a humanity issue with psychology of centuries ago, dealing with very powerful technology that just like artificial intelligence. So let's get into episode 3, the AI revolution. So when intelligence becomes abundant, for most of human history, intelligence was scarce. A village might have one person who understood medicine unusually well. A kingdom might have a handful of exceptional mathematicians. A university might have a few extraordinary scientists. An organization might depend upon a small number of highly capable decision makers. Knowledge accumulated slowly. Expertise required years. Analysis required enormous human effort. Then computers arrived, and something changed. Machines began helping humans calculate. Then search engines helped humans find information. Then digital networks connected human knowledge. Now artificial intelligence is beginning to perform increasingly sophisticated cognitive tasks. This may be different from every technological revolution that came before, because this time the machine is not merely amplifying our hands, it's beginning to amplify our minds. The cognitive revolution. So AI can analyze, it can summarize, it can translate, it can write, it can program, it can generate images, it can identify patterns, it can simulate possibilities, assist scientific research, help teach, can reason through complex problems. It means it's maybe not aware, but it understands. AI can understand the context. As these capabilities grow, something extraordinary happens. Cognitive capability begins to become more abundant. And when something that was previously scarce became abundant, civilization changes. Electricity transformed civilization because energy became easier to access. The internet transformed civilization because information became easier to access. AI could transform civilization because cognitive processing becomes easier to access. The end of cognitive scarcity. Imagine a teenager with access to AI capable of explaining advanced physics. Imagine a small business with analytical capabilities once available only to multinational corporations. Imagine a researcher who can explore thousands of hypotheses, an engineer who can generate a test and test thousands of designs, a teacher who can create personalized instruction for every student. This is not simply automation. A person no longer needs to possess every skill internally. They need to know how to access, evaluate, and direct intelligence. That changes the meaning of expertise. The new human advantage. If AI can process information faster than humans, Humans should not attempt to compete with it at everything. Instead, human intelligence may move upward, from calculation to direction, from memorization to understanding, from answering to questioning, from information processing to meaning. This is where intuition becomes powerful. A human may notice something doesn't look right. AI can investigate. A human may imagine, what if we approach the problem completely different? AI can simulate. A human may ask, why are we solving this problem? AI can analyze the consequences, but the human must ultimately decide whether the objective itself makes sense. AI and intuition. This could create a new cognitive partnership. Imagine a scientist experiencing an intuitive insight. It is not yet proven. The scientist gives the idea to AI. AI searches existing literature. It identifies supporting evidence. It identifies contradictions, generates alternative hypotheses, runs simulations, proposes experiments. The scientist evaluates the results. Human intuition started the journey. Machine intelligence accelerated it. Rational analysis tested it. Human judgment made the final decision. This is not human versus machine. It is human-machine cognitive symbiosis. But there's a trap. The great danger is not that AI becomes intelligent. It may be that humans stop exercising their own intelligence. If people ask AI what to believe, what to buy, whom to trust, what career to pursue, or what decisions to make, humans may gradually surrender agency. The machine becomes the invisible infrastructure behind human life. That would be dangerous. The objective should not be let AI think for humanity. It should be let AI help humanity think faster, or AI is here to think with you, not for you. AI and education. Education may experience the most profound transformation. The old model says teacher, information, student, examination. The emerging model may become student, question, AI, exploration, experiment, reflection, understanding. The teacher becomes less of a distributor of information, more of a guide to thinking. Students learn how to investigate. They learn to challenge AI. They learn to compare explanations. They learn to identify uncertainty. They learn to distinguish confidence from truth. They learn to use technology without becoming dependent on it. This could create a radical, more powerful educational system. AI and science. Scientific progress may accelerate dramatically. Scientists spend an enormous amount of time researching literature, analyzing data, writing code, and testing models. AI can assist with many of those activities. That could compress scientific cycles. A hypothesis that once took years to investigate might be explored much faster. New material could be discovered. New medicines could be developed. Energy technologies could improve. Engineering problems could be simulated. Space missions could become more autonomous. AI could become a scientific collaborator. But scientific judgment remains essential. A machine that can generate a beautiful hypothesis that is wrong. Human beings still need experiments. Evidence still matters. Reality remains the ultimate judge. AI and civilization. Now, enlarge the perspective. What happens when billions of people gain access to increasingly powerful cognitive systems? Civilization itself begins to change. Decision making becomes faster. Knowledge is spreads faster. Innovation accelerates. Education becomes more personalized. Scientific collaboration becomes easier. Small organizations gain capabilities once served for major institutions. This could accelerate humanity towards Type 1 civilization. But acceleration creates another problem. Can our institutions keep up? If technology changes faster than laws, education, culture, and governance, civilizations may experience increasing instability. That is why AI is not merely a technology question, it's a civilization question. The AI civilization. Eventually, AI may become embedded into nearly every major system: energy, transportation, education, science, manufacturing, healthcare, agriculture, finance, space exploration, communication, infrastructure. At that point, AI is no longer an industry. It becomes part of civilization's cognitive infrastructure. This could be extraordinary, but it also means that AI safety, governance, and alignment become civilization scale concerns. A civilization cannot afford to treat its cognitive infrastructure casually. The new definition of intelligence. Perhaps the greatest transformation will occur in how we define intelligence. For centuries, intelligence often meant knowing a lot. Then it meant processing information quickly. In the AI age, neither definition is sufficient. Machines may know more, machines may process faster, so human intelligence may increasingly be defined by something different: the ability to decide what matters, what questions deserve attention, what possibilities deserve exploration, what outcomes are desirable, what risks are unacceptable, what values should guide technological power, what kind of civilization should we create. These are not merely computational questions, these are questions of judgments. The AI revolution greatest opportunity. AI could allow humanity to spend less time doing what machines do well and more time doing what humans should become better at. We could think more creatively, explore more possibilities, learn more deeply, collaborate more broadly, ask bigger questions, study the universe, understand ourselves, build civilization deliberately. What is the promise? Not replacing humans, amplifying humanity. That's the key, remember. And if we can accomplish that, AI may become one of the primary technologies carrying humanity towards Type 1 civilization. But there is one problem that cannot be solved by intelligence alone: energy. Because every intelligent machine requires a physical foundation, and that brings us to the fourth episode. That is come next. Thank you.